Hello pilots, welcome to Road to Titan, a brand new series brought to you by Tactical Recon to give you the best tips and tricks on Titanfall. Now as for today, we're going to be covering map control, which is a very important part of Titanfall, and as for this series, it's going to come actually in 3 seasons. So as an example, I'm going to be posting 3 videos each week related to Titanfall, and the first video is going to be on map control, the second is going to be on weapons, and the third is going to be of course on the game types and how to get the best out of that. The first map we're going to be focusing on today is called Demeter, or I'm not so sure how you pronounce this, so please let me know in the comment section below. Now this map has a total of 9 sections that you need to focus on in order to get the best out of this game. Now the first ones, as you can see here, they're all listed on the screen, so you can have a look at those and you can see where they're pointing at so that you'll be aware of where your surroundings are. Now the dots that you're seeing on the screen right now are actually the spawn points. Now the blue dot represents the IMC spawn point, while the red dot represents the militia spawn point. Now as you can notice on the screen here, you can see at the middle of the screen you can actually see what I like to call the combat area or the high traffic area, which you should avoid at all costs, and I'll get onto that later on in this video. Now as you might have noticed, the IMC actually spawned near the stealth bomber location, while the militia actually spawned near the Marvin's repair, so just to let you guys know about that. Now the lines represent what I like to call the recommended areas or the recommended path that you should actually take when you're playing this game. Now as you can see here, you actually have to avoid the main traffic area. Now this is a very reliable stealth method that I often use in every single map that I play. As you can see here, I go through the outer ends of the map. I do not enter the middle section here, which is actually called the reactor core, which is the main traffic area. Now something quick to note about this, what actually happens here is that when the grunts spawn, they actually head towards the reactor core. So if you want to have some fun with some grunts, then you should head over to that location, but I recommend staying out of that location and picking off the grunts from a longer distance. Now as you notice, with this method I actually try to go around the enemy so that I can attack them from behind, which will be so much easier and you can get a lot of easy kills. The concept is fairly similar when you spawn as the militia. You take the route through the double pipe, which is located on the bottom of your screen, as you can see here, and what you're supposed to do is enter through the loading bay, which is located towards the north of the map, or actually the northeast of the map, to make it a little bit clear, so that you can attack the enemies from behind. Now what happens here, the grunts will actually spawn when you're playing as a militia. The grunts will spawn at the IMC spawn point, so you can attack them from behind, which is something that is pretty cool. This map can actually go vice versa. So what can get here is that the militia can actually take the route that you're taking as the IMC, while the IMC take the route that you take as the militia, which can become a bit confusing, but you should be able to handle that if you have a suppressor on your weapon. The reason why I recommend a suppressor is that you remain off the radar, which will allow you to kill more people before they find out where you actually are on the map. This method I actually like using as well while as a sniper, because you avoid the main area, which is at the center. As a sniper, this is also very important because you do not want to get into very close combat targets, as you will most likely die if you're using a sniper rifle, but which shouldn't be a problem if you switch to a pistol. Now as this video is coming close to an end, I would like to give a weapon of recommendation. Now the recommended weapon for this map is the R101 carbine. Now as I mentioned earlier in this video, if you're to support the stealth method that I just given out here in this video, please make sure you use the suppressor on this weapon to support the method to the maximum capacity. You can use whatever tactical ability you wish to use, but I recommend for you to use the tactical cloak to stay on top of the game here with the stealth method that I've just provided for you in this video. So thank you so much for joining me in my very first episode of Road to Titan, brought to you by Tactical Recon. And as for tomorrow, I'm going to be posting what I like to call a Titanfall commentary discussing the Kraber AP sniper rifle. So I'll be seeing you next time on another episode of Road to Titan. Until then, Mappa out.